Welcome back to another episode, guys. The wind is blowing about 10 to 12 miles an hour, so I apologize for the wind noise, but I hunted last night at this spot, which you guys all know this spot. Shot a bunch of pigs off this spot and a spike, but I hunted the spot last night, like I was saying, and there was some pigs that came in, but I wasn't able to get a shot on them. They were iffy of scent, blah blah blah. You guys know the drill. Sometimes it's just how it goes. This morning I got up and deer hunted, and I don't know if you guys remember the spot where I shot my buck. It's been a couple of months since I hunted that spot, but I decided since there's been quite a bit of deer activity over there that I would go over there this morning and hunt it. Got up, ran over there, sat till about 9:30ish or so, 9:45. Saw plenty of deer. Saw where all the does are at. So I figured out where they're coming out at and where they're going, and so I'm going to set up on them. I won't be hunting a feeder, but I will show you guys that maybe in this video, maybe in a later video, but hopefully I can get over there and set up on them and cut them off, because I see where they're going and where they're doing. They're not really hitting the feeders, which is kind of strange to me, but hey, whatever. Anyway, I'm back out here at the same spot that I hunted last night. Got a good south wind. There's a little bit of corn underneath the feeder from this morning. There was a few deer here this morning, and they ate a little bit, but not a whole lot. Anyway, check the cameras, and lots of pig activity, some after dark, some in the afternoon. It's just kind of iffy. So I'm hoping that they come in before dark, because that makes for some better footage, but I'll take them however. I just want them to come in to stand at this feeder and eat and let me shoot them. So there is one boar in particular that is pretty nice, so I'm hoping that if I can keep the smaller ones underneath the feeder long enough and calm, that the big one will come out and I can shoot him. Super excited. I've got a good feeling about tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and let's just sit here for a couple hours and see what happens. You to look. So those pigs, whenever they came in, were right here. They walked right here, right through here, and went over to the feeder. I kid you not, they were 5 yards from me. 5 freaking yards. I knew from the trail camera pictures that there was a big boar in that group. And so I first saw one of the little black ones through the brush about 100, 150 yards out, and I was like, that's an animal. It's kind of moving. And I kept looking and kept looking and kept looking. I saw it moving. I was like, oh, that's a pig. So I turned all the cameras on real quick. And I got my bow in my hand. And I watched them. They ran all the way in. Right down the stinking trail that I came in on. That's what I don't get. Like, guys, I try so hard to... I try so hard to take trails that I think that they're not going to come in on. And then they come in on them. I was like, what the heck? I circle this place and take the long way around because I'm trying not to come in on the trail that these pigs come in on. And what do? They come from the direction that I walked in on, right down the same freaking trail. Man, that blows my mind. That was a big boar. I don't know how much he's gonna weigh, but I watched him go down. I watched him underneath the feeder for like 5 minutes. And I was like, come on, get out from underneath the feeder, get out from underneath the feeder. And I was waiting for the littler ones to get out of the way. They wouldn't get out of the way, then he'd turn around and run them off. And I'm like, what the heck? So finally, he turned around and he ran one of the small ones off. And then when he turned back in, he was quartering away. And I was like, there's my shot. So I just eased my sniper hog lights down on him. He quartered away perfect, just ran it up right in the crease. Boom! And he ran off with that 2-inch mechanical. There it is, way out there. See it right there? That little glowing light. That's my nocturnal, but when he was running away, I could tell he had his head down and his front legs were just catching up underneath him. And then I'm watching him, and then boom, he goes down. So, yes, I freaking love it, man. Oh. And for some reason, my reaction on those hogs, it was like, I saw him coming from a little ways away, turned all the cameras on, picked my bow up, and I was like, an instant, like, let's go mode, or let's kill him mode. So when they come in, I don't shake, I don't get fever or anything. And I draw back, I'm not shaking, I let the shot fly, watch the pig run off. And then I'm sitting here rattling the tripod after the shot because I'm shaking so bad, I'm still doing it. Golly. That group came in on me last night, and I couldn't get a shot. And I was like, well, you know, that freaking sucks, but I'm going to come back out tomorrow afternoon, and I bet that they'll be there. So after I deer hunted this morning, I came over here and checked the camera on this spot, and it was like clockwork. Every single night for the last week they were here. When I first drew back, I was on him perfect, and I was like, holy smokes, I can't see my pin because of how dark the hog is. And so I was like, well, I'll just give it a couple minutes, let it get a little bit darker, and then I'll turn the sniper hog lights on. So I hope that came out alright. I'm going to look at the footage and make sure that I put a good shot on him. So I don't think that they're coming back, but that's okay because I just shanked a big one, Jimmy. I'm going to guess he's about 225. We'll just have to see. Man, that gets me so jacked up. I can't wait to get down there and look at him because I know he only ran like 50 yards and I watched him die right out there. So mark up another one for the slick trick raptor trick, baby. Right after we recover this one. Okie dokie, folks. So it's been about, I'd say probably an hour since the shot. I've given this pig tons of time just because I knew how big he was. And after I watched the footage, I knew that I got lungs, but I doubted myself on the shot a little bit. And plus it's hard to see on this little bitty screen here exactly what happened. But I knew he was quartered away. I knew I put it pretty freaking close to where it needed to go. And when I first made the shot, I was like, heck yes, perfect shot. And then after I replayed the footage, I was like, well, I started to psych myself out a little bit. So I would recommend guys not doing that, obviously, first of all. And sometimes, you know, if you're not filming, you don't know how good of a shot you made, which, you know, for those of you that don't film, even if you don't plan on posting it anywhere or like making a YouTube channel or anything, it's awesome to be able to relive the hunts. And also, it's really, really cool and it's kind of a reassurance method to be able to, you know, go back and look at the footage sometimes. I doubt myself every once in a while. Now that dude, and this goes for all really, really big pigs, I doubt myself on the shot. But the last really 2 big ones that I've shot, I've watched them go down. So, like I said, I sit up here, it's been about an hour after the shot. I gave him plenty of time. And for some reason, the big ones just don't bleed very well. And I guess it's just because of their shield and their fat layer, whatever. But I snuck down out of here after about 25-30 minutes of sitting in the stand after the shot. I walked all the way to the truck. I got another flashlight and a tripod for this camera, and I turned around and walked all the way back in. As I was walking by, I just looked up in the direction of where I thought I saw him go down, and he's laying there. So, you guys know that I like to start from the point of impact, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to start at the feeder, and we're going to try and find blood. And whenever I first got down and got out, I used my flashlight and was looking around and didn't see very good blood. But it just could have been because I didn't have my really, really bright light. But now that I've got it, we're going to start at the feeder, and we're going to circle around. We're going to go to the nocturnal, and then from there, we're going to see if we can't follow a good blood trail all the way to the pig. So I see him laying. I looked at him for just a second to make sure that he's not breathing still, and I didn't see his chest or sides moving. So I am going to pack my bow up and pull it down, but I'm also going to walk up on this pig with a pistol just because I'm by myself. It's the safest thing to do. So I think this one's going to have some pretty good cutters, which I'm excited for because there's just something about a hog skull on the wall on a Texas plaque. There's something about it. I'll have to show you guys mine when I get home, by the way, one that I made. So anyway, we're going to climb down and go check this pig out. Alright. Here we are. I know that it can be really hard to not just go straight to the arrow and then go straight to the pig after you've already seen him dead, but I always like to do it, and you guys know this, but I always like to do it because it helps me on my blood tracking skills, which sometimes you get to practice it a lot and sometimes you don't. And whenever you need the blood tracking skills, you really need them. So that's what I'm going to try to do right now, is see if I can't pick up some blood, because it was a lung shot, and I saw that whenever I checked the arrow on the way by, and I got about 6 to 8 inches of penetration. But I still want to try to find a good blood trail and see how that slick trigger did on that big old nasty hog. Well, crap, it's just not looking too good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head in the direction of this nocturnal over here of my arrow and see if I can't pick up on it on the way. Sometimes they'll bleed immediately on the shot, sometimes they won't. You just never know. This is wild. So a couple of videos ago, y'all remember, I think it was Christmas Day. Yeah, Christmas Day. I came out to this spot, I sat in that tripod, and shot a sow and a piglet. And the first sow was kind of that tannish, sandy colored one, and the arrow went through and stuck a black and white spotted one, right? So over here, you guys can see, right there, you guys can see the feeder in the middle of my lot. And I'm not but like 40 or 50 yards away from it. And lo and behold, what do we have here? That was one of the ones that I couldn't find. And he didn't run very far. I found a part of his little foot a while ago, but I don't know where it is now. I lost it. But crazy. The buzzards and the coyotes had him a little snack. I came out here, well actually, you guys know that I looked that night for him. And then the next day, I was even out here the next day to check the camera and put more corn in the feeder, and I couldn't find him. I searched all over the place for him, and there he is. If you guys will notice, right, I'll get it right here in a second. Right there is the nocturnal. So I'm kind of in line with it now, and I'm still scanning and looking for blood. I want to try to find a good blood trail. I love following the blood trails, but sometimes these big boars will leave them, and sometimes they won't. Right now, I'm just not seeing anything. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to just move, take a few steps at a time, and stop and look, and take a few steps and stop and look. And speaking of, in the middle of saying that, here we go. In the middle of the whole stop and go business, right there, guys, is the first speck of blood that I found so far, and some more there, and some there, and right up there, and some right there on the end of my boot. That one's really hard to see. Of course, here's my arrow right there. And that's what I was saying, guys. I got about half the arrow in him, so maybe better than 6 to 8 inches. Like I was saying, I kind of psyched myself out because I didn't see very good penetration on the shot and after I replayed the footage. So I know he's like 30 yards right there across the road, but I'm going to still follow a blood trail, and if I can still find it, just because it's good practice. It's just kind of spotty, which the last really big boar that I killed over there off that other feeder and lighter stand in the corner of the field with a little pond, you guys know which one I'm talking about. That one that I shot whenever he was laying in the water, I hit him right through the shoulder, right in the heart, and he bled really, really, really well. So this guy, I think I just poked one lung, but after looking at the arrow again, I might have got both. He's right around here on the other side of this tree. There he is. So there we have him, ladies and gentlemen. There's the hog. There's the nocturnal of my arrow right there. So you guys know that I like to walk up on them with some sort of pistol or bow in my hands. And again, I don't see him breathing, but we are going to walk up on him with a pistol. Locked and loaded. I'm going to ease up behind him, and you guys remember me telling you always to approach from behind. So that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to kind of whistle at him. And I mean, I'm standing about 7 to 8 yards behind him. So I mean, I'm 99% sure that he's dead, but hey, on big nasty ones like this, you just don't want to take any chances. I didn't think that this dude was gonna go much past 225, but I don't know. He is thick from back to front. Well, I think it'll be easier to show you guys right now before rolling him over, but check that out. That black line, that black stripe all the way down, up and down his back. Isn't that weird? Here, I got some better light on it now. Isn't that just strange? I've never seen one colored quite like this guy. Now I'm gonna roll him up if I can. He's pretty fat. Guys, let me tell you what, this that camera there just doesn't do the size of this pig justice. Let me get this bow out of the way. I mean, he's just a big old nasty pig, and I've killed several of them this size, but not very many with this kind of coloration. Super awesome, super great hunt. I hunted hard this weekend. Like I said, I hunted here last night, but hunted one night, didn't have any pigs come in. Last night I got busted. This morning I got up, saw a few young deer, didn't have any does come in, and then decided to run back out here for the evening sit, and voila. It's awesome. I love it so much. And that black and white spotted pig that was the lead sow of that group, I've got my sights set on her next. She's got a little nose on her, and I'm gonna take her out. So she, I still, guys, I don't know. You can see whenever they first come into the frame how they're right below me. I don't know how they didn't smell me. They would take like 3 or 4 or 5, sometimes 6 steps and stop and sniff around and look. and then they'd go a little bit further and stop and smell and look, and I don't know how they didn't bust me because the wind was non-existent, so my scent's just going straight down below me, and they were below me. So incredible hunt. You know, I second guessed myself on the shot, and I shouldn't have, but you know, that's just part of it sometimes. That's part of bow hunting. So I'm super ecstatic with this pig. He's definitely over the 200-pound mark, and I just love shooting big ones with a bow. It's so much fun. You guys, thanks so much again for tagging along. I've got some big news coming up, and I don't know if it'll be this next video or the video after it, but when this video drops, it'll be a couple of days, and I'll have another one up for you guys with some big news. So you guys will want to stick around for that. I think y'all are going to be just as excited as I am about this news that I'm fixing to tell all of you. Sorry that I'm making you wait, but I'm ready to tell you, but I'm just waiting for the right time. I can't thank you guys enough for all the support. So far, 2018 has been incredible, and it's fixing to get even better. So I'm so excited for what's to come. And if you guys want to follow along for like more daily, like day-to-day type updates, it's coming. I guess that's kind of your hint. It's coming on YouTube, but also check out my Instagram. I'm trying to pick it up and stay on it daily, have something to post daily. So it'll be linked down below at 4B Bow Hunting and Outdoors. You guys can check me out down there and give me a follow. And I'm trying to keep up with all the social media more and more. Trying to post daily, and that's kind of your hint right there for the upcoming video that I'm fixing to drop on you guys in a couple of days. Can't thank you guys enough again for following along. I appreciate all the love and support. I love each and every one of you. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Jump down there and just poke it. Lots more of this coming up in 2018, and I'm blessed. Praise the Lord for another successful and safe hunt, and it's been awesome. So I'm gonna get away from this stinky, smelly, nasty hog, and I'm gonna go back to the house and get a shower because I stink and it's cold out here. So thank you guys so much for tagging along. Love each and every one of you. Comment down below because I love talking to you. Hit that thumbs up button for me, and please subscribe and share these videos. The more you guys share, the more I can bring this content to you, which I love to do, and I know you guys love it too. 2018 is going to be an amazing year, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.